Want to know a really underrated game? Burnout. Burnout is probably my most nostalgic game ever. It holds so many memories, and today I'd like to share some of them with you. I could talk about the songs, the vehicles, the chat. Screw it, you know what we're looking at. What good would a racing game be without any effort put into its tracks? These tracks are, for being based off real life, very fun, and today I'll share my opinion on them. The rules are as follows: no mirrored tracks, I'll be including both the marathons, and no copy-paste tracks. With all that said, let's My god, is this track awful. River City is one of those courses I'll never like. First off, the layout and checkpoint placement. My god, can they be real dicks with this. One main issue I have with this course is right at the end. Cars typically spawn out of their boundaries and you have to have the prediction skills of a god to know which one they're coming from and when to avoid them. I also think that the tragic music is poor. Not to mention this course was the bane of my existence as a child, so that also affected the placement of this track. This track isn't a very attractive either, and it reminds me of The Getaway, which was also a poorly attractive game. I don't know why. Lastly, all I can say is that this track is not how a track should be done, and the execution was downright terrible. Just like River City, this track, or more specifically its mirror counterpart, has haunted my childhood for being a massive difficulty spike. However, that isn't what affected the placement of this. Harbour Town isn't exactly a hard course per se. It can just get really crowded and the AI can be utter dicks at points. Plus, there are also a few curves and turns that are really hard to do. I'm looking at you. Run over there. But it's still a lot better than River City. This course, while still not very pretty, is a lot better looking than River City, and has some sections that remind me of some good memories. The music is alright, not bad, but not exactly the best in the game, but it'll do. What a way to end the Europe tracks with the Euro Marathon. Now, you'd expect me to put this last since it's both 7 and 6 combined. Well, some things in this world you'll never understand. This is one of them. Anyway, I like this track more than both its separate counterparts, because Harbour Town isn't too hard, and River City Reversed is tolerable, if I do say so myself. Thankfully, it gets Harbour Town's music, which is also a plus. Lastly, I love how this race is taking place at sunset. I love sunset, it's so pretty. Finally, a breath of fresh air. The Gridlock USA is probably one of my most nostalgic tracks, due to it being my brother's favourite stage, and it's not hard to see why. Gridlock USA's layout is very simple track, with no curves whatsoever. Instead we have straight lines with very hard turns. Being in the middle of the USA too, it's no surprise that this place would be coated in cars. I also really dig the music. Casual music is so laid back and it suits the area perfectly. Except for the fact it gets River City's tragic music. Oh god. As a kid, it was either this stage or the interstate I used to play all the time. Hillside Pass is situated in a hilly environment with a few off-road sections. This is really unique because unlike the others, it's not situated in the middle of town, instead in some hilly outskirts, and that makes it higher on the list. This stage has a lot of curvy turns, so your reflexes have to be good if you want to ace this track. The music here, well, not exactly my favourite, it at least suits the area. It's a calm, somewhat slow-paced track that gives you a really relaxed vibe. The tragic music is also extremely well done. One of the best in the game. Oh yeah. The first track in the game and by far my most nostalgic. I can't even remember how many times I've played this track. Hell, I've not only memorized the whole track, but even when some of the cars are going to come out of the boundaries too. Yeah, I'm that sad. Anyway, the layout is very simple. You have the start, typical American highway, then you go on the not so busy streets, back on the highway, back on the mini streets, complete a lap, rinse repeat, done. I love the layout of this track. It's so simple, yet it works very effectively. Plus, that music. So awesome and so nostalgic! So yeah, I love this track. Though, one beat it. There's one more, one better, and one more worthy of not being built up effectively. Shut up and take my money. How could I not? It's the ultimate track, built up of the Gridlock USA, Hillside Pass, and the Interstate. Talk about awesome! This track is reversed gridlock, normal hillside and interstate, and it's a long ride. My fastest time is 16 minutes, and that's with more than 20 boosts. Sure, I screwed a couple up, but hey, the thing that sets this track as number one is not the layout, because it's just 3 stages combined. Instead, it's the intensity of the track. It's the final stage in the game. You're about to complete this hard as shit game, and you feel so pumped while doing so. The music here, well, the casual music, is the Gridlock USA's music. However, you'd expect the tragic music to be Gridlock USA's too, right? Well, it gets its own track, known as Fatal Instinct, or more commonly known as Fight or Flight in Paradise, which is my 3rd favourite VGM ever. Just listen.
So, what do you think?
But yeah, this track is intense, has awesome music, and is so satisfying to complete. It earns the number 1 spot, and is, without a doubt, the best Burnout track. I am the Zephyr Warrior, and get this game now!
make love.